3, 2, 1. What's going on, good people? This is For Show Radio. I'm going to give y'all a minute to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Log on in. Hit that. Hit that. We ready today. We rocking and rolling today. In fact,
you hurry up. God damn.
I'm going to put the number up now.
Put the goddamn number up.
Oh, I have to type it.
Damn, we live, man. People looking at me, man.
Dude, there's
they
no
looking
one on
at
here
it and
right
they
now.
love me too. God
There's no one here yet.
I need to tell these people who I am, whether they here or not.
All right, you
and
ready?
You don't know if they on YouTube or not. You don't know.
You do.
For y'all who don't know, if you watching on YouTube, guess what? We on YouTube.
All right.
If you watching on Facebook, guess what? We on Facebook. So now you have two platforms where you can enjoy your resident Cardinal and love him like you always do.
Yeah.
In the words of the Cardinal.
Can we start though? Can we start
I'm
now?
trying to tell him who I is.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get around and introduce you. That sound good? All right. What's up, viewers, listeners, everyone else? This is For Show Radio. He is the Cardinal Dave.
Strike a pose, bitch.
I am me, and we ready to get down, get ready today. We got a host of topics, a plethora of topics we want to go through. It's just so many. You know, I'm gonna say probably our main one for when we really get going. But
got your nose.
But let's start right off the rip, my dude, with the Murder Hornets.
Well, I need to tell them who I is first. I don't know why you think
That's
you
right.
away
See, I'm
with
so
that.
excited, anxious to go. I just skipped over that. Tell them who you are.
I need you to temper your expectations on how great I am.
I
am
blah, blah.
Cardinal Dave, leader of the Church of the Conspiracy, where we believe that everything is fixed from sports to politics.
And
whenever I say, strike a pose, bitch, that means I'm going to make you famous.
Okay.
Just like the runway model that walks the aisle. They take her picture. Who's the paparazzi? And they say, strike a pose, bitch. And then a murder hornet comes and bites her on the ass because she's not of nature.
Who would be the last runway model you've made famous?
Your raggedy ass.
Oh, okay.
And it still didn't
work. What up, baby? And who?
I said it, and it still didn't work. You still ain't famous.
Okay.
I'll keep trying, though. I give to the poor and help the weak.
This is me, your voice of reason. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time, but we jumping back.
That's a real stupid name for a damn co-host, by the way.
Do I have to do this again? Again, this is me, your voice of reason. I don't want to have to mute dude, but you know, times he needs a muzzle. If he was here, I'll just give it to him right quick. But, you know, I'm a little more nonviolent now, so I do it this way. Talk, boy.
You see how the devil does? See, that's when the devil gets tired of the truth, they put that mute button on you, just like Zuckerberg does me at Facebook.
All right. We got a lot to go.
Who runs YouTube? They're going to be doing me there that way, too.
Can we move on? Thank you.
I should have shaved, but I'm still sexy. Look at my profile.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
All right.
I was doing that before Ric Flair.
And maybe a revenge for all the attacks on Wuhan and other places. An Asian hornet, more than 19 times the regular size of a normal hornet, that they've made their way from the west, from Asia to the United States. It started on the West Coast. It's going through. Saying I have no idea why I'm doing the show with this demon. I have no idea, but they're here. They jacking stuff up. They're just tearing their heads off. Regular hornets are eating their faces off, everything else. I'm going to let the Cardinal go because I know he's about to say something extremely ridiculous. So we'll just go with that.
Well, first of all, for you to say there's 19 the size of a regular fucking hornet is plain stupid. Regular hornets are pretty fucking big. If they were 19 the size, it'd be the size of a goddamn crow. So learn your facts about a goddamn murder hornets. Number two, these hornets are of nature. Okay, they are created by God, and they were brought here for a purpose to do God's work. And it's 2020, bitch, and I'm gonna get on why 2020 is so dangerous later. But the murder hornets are here for one fucking reason: to clean up, woo, the mess that you motherfuckers done made. They're here and they're gonna clean it up too. Now they won't fuck with the Cardinal because I am one.
Oh, you know what? I just
But
thought
you know
about
what?
you're a mailman, so technically you'll probably get stung first.
No, I'm not
Repeatedly.
worried about them. They'll land
Repeatedly.
on my shoulder and talk to me.
What?
They'll land
Why
on
don't you
my
just wipe
shoulder,
the
and
money on
you know
your
what I'm
head?
gonna do?
Just step on out
I'm
on your
gonna
route.
I'm gonna whisper in their ear and tell them where the fuck you live, and tell them go and bite that bastard
Uh-huh.
12 fucking times. You know they bit a woman in
Hey, hey,
Asia.
hey, hey, so my listeners is tuned in, man. Ed Reed says, and I'm gonna put it up so you can see it. Who brought the Hornets here?
Well, that's a good question, and I'll
Okay.
give it to you in
I'm gonna give you
one
an answer
word.
after
He
you done.
asked, "Who brought the Hornets here?" God, God, Almighty Allah, Buddha, Jesus, or whatever you want to call him.
You
He brought them here,
do
and I
know
just
that
told you. Come
God
on,
is
Ed.
actually
Now
not
they got to think. He's
God is
here to
just like
clean up.
a term. God is not the term for God. I just want you to know that.
Okay, can you let me talk about these murder hornets
I'm
before
just
I come
saying,
through
you
this
asked
TV
that.
and murder your black ass?
Go ahead.
And by
Yeah.
the way, we use the N word on this show. We promote
No,
the
we
N
don't.
word. We use the N word. I'll say nigga.
The views of this man are not mine, not the producers, not anyone who works with us, not our sponsors, anyone else. They're just his. He's a jester and a clown. Go ahead.
Whatever he just said, he can kiss his own ass. But if the NAACP can call me colored, then I can call everybody else niggers. And that's
You know,
how
you've
we
been
look
saying
at
that
it.
for years, and that makes zero sense. What
No,
does
it
the
makes all the
NAACP have to do
sense
with
in the
anything?
world. Do you like being called colored? If you walked up and down the street, well, you probably do like it. But if somebody said, "Hey, little colored boy with those nappy ass hornets in your head, why don't you come and fetch this for me, boy?" And you probably would get the stepping because you are.
Yeah, you know, I probably just couldn't resist that. Yeah.
I know. Now, can I tell you about these hornets before they come bite you? I'm trying to save your raggedy ass life. So my point in all of this is, right now we're seeing a whole lot of crazy shit in 2020, ain't we? Ain't we? We seeing the weather acting crazy. We seeing all this. The white folks are showing out. Black folks are showing. Everybody's showing out. Well, part of the cleanup duty is to send murder hornets here to get you right and send you back home to God. See, God is sitting up waiting on everybody to come home. But
really?
you motherfuckers, you
Where's
stepped and
home?
fetching.
Would home be the
I'm
mothership?
gonna take my time. Well, you can take your time in a more.
Would home be the mothership? Where would home be? What are you even talking about? Is this like what you think about when you just, walk around with your mail sack? Is that it?
I told you the devil mutes me when there's too much truth coming out. That's how
We
they
need
do me.
we
But
need to reel
anyway,
you in, though, because we need to make some sense right now. Because you've
well,
expressed about 25 different
listen.
thoughts in 17 seconds.
I know. Multitasking is just a little bit too much
We want
for
you to answer
people
this
of your
question by
ilk.
Ed. So the Hornets just flew across the ocean.
Well, no, God guided them across the ocean. They didn't fly across the ocean. But Ed, that's funny that you bring this up.
I'm sorry, man. You asked a legitimate question that demands a reasoned answer. Clearly, they were brought up about someone. We don't know who, don't know how, but hopefully, that information will come out. I had no idea what this guy's talking about.
You know what? I brought them motherfuckers over. Now,
see,
that's who brought them over. Somebody who's doing God's work. I'm telling you, you're gonna start calling me the beekeeper. I'm gonna catch about 4 or 5. I ain't gotta catch them. They'll come to me, and I'm gonna put them in a goddamn cage. I'm gonna make sure they male and female. We're not gonna have nothing crazy going on, and I'm gonna let them fuck like crazy until I get about 100 of them, and I'm bringing them right
a
to your
couple of things for
goddamn
those who
house.
haven't seen it. They actually show one of these hornets killing a mouse. A mouse. on YouTube, which was, hey. But what they did,
there's a real
maybe
deal,
we need
man.
to get some more of these. They showed some praying mantis jacking the Hornets up.
I saw
Just
that.
grabbed them and just ate their face off. So,
Well, it took
outside
a
of the
bunch of them to
Wizards
do
being
it.
happy about this, it
It
is
took a
what it
bunch
is.
of them to do it. I mean, look, but again, remember, those praying mantises are God's creatures too. And don't be surprised when praying mantis, see the name praying, when they start scratching your fucking eyes out too. It's going to be a whole lot of cleaning up. You're going to come home. Don't worry.
Aren't all creatures besides you God's creatures?
Well, I am
With the
God's
exception
ultimate creature, number one. Number
Who?
two, you piece of trash, you are of Satan.
Okay.
I mean, you
with the fairy tales for
are
today?
the armpit of hell.
Are
Satan's
you done with the fairy tales of
is
today?
what you remind me of.
Okay, thank you.
The views expressed by the Cardinal are of that of himself and of God.
All right, moving on, moving the group. We done with the murder hornets. We're gonna go into the wrath of one Nina Thomas. Nina Thomas, a person who was basically unknown.
I got something for all
before yesterday. I'm gonna set the stage. Earl Thomas, famous safety and/or cornerback, member of the Legion of Boom, Seattle. Apparently, is enjoying his offseason a little too much. Last month, police came out to his house. He was running around his car with a pistol. She was chasing him with a knife. That led to the events that happened this Wednesday. I'm gonna let the Cardinal tell you about those. So run it, my dude. Because I know you live.
I had to break my fast. Damn it! I ain't ate all motherfucking day. Whoa! I told you I am of God. But anyway, in regards to the whole Earl Thomas situation, man, this is crazy, right? So, dude comes home. Him and the wife get into it, because of his drinking. Much like my co-host who drinks regularly.
Yeah.
Mad Dog 2020.
Who appears sober here?
So he that's a Kai. How do you say it? Asii? How do you say that? A Kai? How do you say it?
Please keep going.
Motherfucker. But anyway, so Nina, his wife, gets into it with him. He's like, fuck this, I'm gonna call my brother Seth, and then we out. So he leaves. This damn fool apparently allows her to be in his Snapchat and all on his social media. So that's mistake number one. So she goes into his Snapchat.
Hold on, stop.
And then
I'm gonna let you continue. So it's a mistake for your wife to have access to your Snap. Your wife to have access to your Snapchat.
Yeah, absolutely. There should be separation within
this is what you're saying. Go ahead.
Marriage. I mean, everybody got to have their own. I mean, damn, you want your wife to come take a shit with you too? I mean, everybody got to have their own shit.
I didn't say that.
I mean, damn.
What up, Corey?
You need to say something. I wish you would just say little and be a retard.
I want you just to say no sometimes.
Excuse me.
Say no sometimes. Just sometimes. But let's start there. All right? Now, come on, I'm going to let you back on. Calm down. All right. There we go.
For those who think that I just stop randomly, he presses a mute button.
You got to rep, my dog.
And he mutes me. He's a piece of trash. Too much truth coming out of me. Okay, and too much shit coming out of him. I smell it through this goddamn phone. So anyway, Nina, this damn fool Earl Thomas leaves the notifications and navigations thing up on his Snapchat. So now she not only logs into his shit, but she knows where he is. So she goes to get two of her girls. I forget one of them, I think sister-in-law or somebody. The other one the other one was her brother. So the bottom line is they go to the Airbnb, they kick the door in. This nigga's laying in bed, asshole naked with his own brother, which is questionable. But they had two other hoes laying in the bed with him.
Really?
So she goes in and she screams this, probably the quote of the year, "I got something for all you hoes." And then she proceeded to put the gun up to this nigga's head.
She was sounding like Rudy Ray Moore as she screamed.
I think she did come
Okay.
with a little Rudy Ray Moore. I got something for all you hoes. You no business born insecure rat soup eating junkyard honky motherfucker.
Okay.
That would be epic. But anyway,
At this
but the
point,
key of the matter is she put the gun up to Earl
save
Thomas's
me.
head,
Call in with your takes.
call
Please.
herself trying to fucking scare him.
We've been waiting to get this out.
Ain't no told the cops there wasn't no damn magazine in it. Oh, but bitch, you left one in the chamber. Can you imagine if she would have just squeezed it just so she could show her girls who were recording? The other one had a knife, by the way. What
Shoot
the
there,
fuck
going
was
to
she
shoot
gonna do?
everybody.
Oh, she would have. Well, she
She
wouldn't
ain't
have
shoot
but one
everybody.
bullet. She would have shot him and then lost her fucking mind.
Hey,
Didn't
real
mean to
kids,
shoot
her
anybody.
paycheck could be going in. Phone lines are open 770-871-5933.
Yo, Ed and Scott and all y'all that's been watching, why don't y'all call? God damn it.
770-871-5933. Call in with your text. Rescue me, please. If anyone has an opinion on the Murder Hornets or Nina, the Wrath of Nina, or just anything, rescue me real quick, please. Give us a call. What are you drinking now?
I told you before, it's a sigh. A kai. How do you say it?
What?
S-C-I?
Okay.
A-C-A-I, motherfucker. You know they make them fruit bowls. What is that? Anna, what's going on, Anna? Yeah, rat soup eating. That is from, well, my podcast is a rat and he eats soup, so we could say that about him.
Uh-huh.
But it is from the great movie Dolomite from the early 70s of the blaxploitation adventures. You need to look that
Mr.
up.
Rudy Ray Moore.
If you look up rat soup eating motherfucker, just type that in.
One Dolomite good enough, man. That's all we needed. Just say Dolomite. That's it.
Well, sometimes people don't know, man. You have to educate them. See, I'm an educator. You, sir, are a fornicator.
Okay.
And an ejaculator.
Right. Well, I would hope so.
Kind of that too.
I would hope so. Moving on. This is a tough one because we started as a sports show, and
damn, can't we take any calls?
Dude, relax. I'm a sports fan. He is a degenerate gambler, and thank you, so I appreciate it. We're looking at no more sports.
In the house.
We're looking at the canceling of the football season. Everybody wants to tiptoe around this, but when we look at the logistics, we just got to be real. There's probably not going to be football this fall, and if there is, it's not going to be football in the way that we're used to seeing football. How are you going to get out there and play a full contact sport where you're sweating, bleeding, exchanging fluids, knock each other down, knock each other out every week? 20 weeks, you won't count the preseason. You got trainers, you got coaches, you got everybody. How are you going to keep all these people safe? I don't know how that's going to work. I get the no fans, and you're right about that. You're right about that. Definitely no fans. But how do you keep the players and staff safe? That's all right, Dana. Better late than never. How is that going to work, man? Big Ten's already canceled. The Big Ten is shut down to the end of June. Let's start with the pros. NFL is probably going to find a way to make this happen. I don't know what it's going to look like. College is in flux. But some of these schools down here, they're going to play no matter what. High school, they don't need to mess with that. They're just my opinions. I love you all. Definitely give us a call in. What do you think about this, sir?
The college, well, first of all, the college is not going to happen. You can forget that. Okay, that's number one. That's not going to happen. I'll tell you why in a minute. The NFL, that's a different thing. See, Roger Goodell thinks his league is just infallible to everything. Now, you think about it. They're the only ones who haven't missed a beat so far. They went on with the draft. They got their little training camp that they're getting ready to start off. They had their little virtual meetings. They had all this shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, plus, they the big money maker in sports. They run sports, okay? So nobody thinks, or at least they don't think they can be touched, okay? But guess what? Corona gonna touch your ass.
Now, Anna presents a different group. Tory says it's not going to work. You got cats bleeding and broke up. I tend to agree with him. Anna says,
I agree.
Basically, you get it right. They're going to make it work. They got money to get tested before each game. I understand that part, but unless you can get instant results, plus let's just say
well, they got some.
As highly contagious as it's supposed to be, if someone comes in, and let's say they're asymptomatic, it's a wrap. And on the college level, you got all kind of lawsuits. You got people's families coming, visit. This is just I really don't think it's going to happen this year.
I'm asking you a question. Have you been tested?
Have I been tested?
Have you been tested?
No. Have you?
Well, I don't mean for the wrong.
Am I in the NFL or the NBA? No. Beautifully,
have you been tested? Have you been tested for rabies, crabs, scabies, and AIDS? Because you got all them.
Oh, that's
but anyway.
No, that's yours. Can we get a real question?
But anyway,
it says in Detroit they got 5 million results. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's the whole thing about
that hard to get that. But I think it's going to be like the NBA.
God damn it, I want to talk.
Well, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Don't hit that fucking button. Don't you do it.
I told you the floor is yours. I'm a man of my word.
They have a test in Rutgers, I think, where you can spit on something and they'll kind of like have a result in a few minutes. I think it's at Rutgers or whatever. But I mean, listen, I see both sides of it. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
That, they could have football because of the testing and whatnot. But here's the thing. Here's the problem that all sports are going to have, even football. It takes a lot of money for the startup. I mean, they're going to start paying people, equipment people, and all that. If one person on one team gets that goddamn coronavirus, now, just one, they got to shut the whole fucking thing down. You can't keep playing. You can't have one because they got to quarantine that team.
They're not 100% effective. Okay? Because, see, with football, it's more than just the players. You got trainers. You got coaches. You got catering. You got management. It's a lot easier to do basketball.
Your job, the water boy.
Basketball over football. With football, you even got to train the people. Test the people bringing stuff in. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot. But maybe it's so much money, they're going to find a way to make it work. But I do know every college won't be playing. Here's another thing. Like, I got a coworker, his son goes to Auburn. They've already told them they're not going to school in the fall. They're going to be online in the fall. So how do you have a football team there? Students aren't there. How you
that was going to be my point. That was going to be my point for college. They're not, the reason why they can't play in college is you can't bring the slaves back to get on the field and not have the students. And that's what they're going to look like. Slaves. They're going to say, they're more important than we are. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that's right. They bring in millions and we don't. So it's not going to happen.
We're not even going to get that far. I bet these players refuse to play. Some of them will. Some of them won't. I mean, honestly, down here, it's folks out there playing right now on their own.
Well, here's the thing, Dana. The reason why I don't subscribe to that one is because most of them don't make Brady money. Most of them don't make, the money that Dak Prescott should be getting. Most of them don't get that big money. So they can afford, Brady can sit down for the rest of his life. He's about to sit down anyway when they knock his ass into retirement this year if they do play. But the offensive linemen and these second and third stringers who make up really most of the team, they want to check. So if you tell them that, hey, man,
we're mixing.
You may have to
We're talking about college. I think you're talking about the NFL. We're talking about school kids right now.
Well, they pay them too.
Yeah,
I was talking about the NFL, but as far as college, they're not playing at all. If you can't bring students back, you can't. Remember, those college players are students.
Now, do you realize?
You can't bring some of the students. They're going to have fucking discrimination.
Hold on a second, dude. Hold on. The SEC commissioners already said they're going to play. And for the states,
I don't give a fuck what he said.
Not.
That's because he's got Nick Saban And fucking what's that guy from Washington State who's down there?
College football is the number one lifeblood of sports down south. It's amazing because coming from home, I didn't understand that, but they can't live without college football down here. It's gonna be hell if Georgia can't play, if Auburn can't play, if LSU, the national champions, and right now they cannot play in Louisiana, can't play. This is gonna be a trip right here. And I was wondering when they're gonna just rip the Band-Aid off and say this because they keep playing around with it, pushing it back.
Well, here's the thing, and here's the
It's not
problem.
gonna happen.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing that you got to look at too. In the fall, we're coming up on flu season again. Okay, so that means this is when Fauci and all these other people saying that we can expect the second wave, just like when the Spanish flu hit in 1918. Right. The second wave came in the fall. When does football start? In the fall. When does professional baseball? Late summer if they get going. Basketball in the fall. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Hockey if they come back in the fall. You know what I'm saying? So when all this shit comes back, it's right when this shit's gonna spike. And you already got the motherfuckers run around now that don't want to wear masks and don't want to act right. So you know the shit is gonna be worse the second time it was the first goddamn time. Yeah. I mean, these people are worthless, trash idiots. I'm gonna get to you all in a while.
Regardless of that, regardless of that, it's gonna be difficult just to get this going.
I just said that. You know? I just said that.
You were talking about the second wave. I didn't even get to the second wave.
My God,
it's just not going to happen, man.
You absolutely really smell. I can smell you through the phone.
As an AAU coach, I had to stop.
Can you raise your arm up?
You know, they want to play. My son's getting heartbroken because he can't play. You know, we missing sports, but at the same time, man, sports is not worth your life. Sports is not worth these young kids' life at all. So they got to lay back, and we kind of see how stuff go. We got to do that.
Well, you know what, man? Just like the economy has got to come back, the sports economy, in their mind, has got to come back. So remember, these people, let's just be honest.
Well, sports is the economy.
White, black, they are high-tech, high-paid slaves. And these owners, these billionaire owners and these multi-million-dollar college presidents, they need these white niggers, black niggers, Chicano niggers. They need all of them.
Y'all pretty much know what he's going to say. So I'm gonna let that roll. That's like, that ain't new, man. We get it. But it's a trade-off. Yes, they should get paid, but it's a trade-off. They're not just going for nothing.
He mutes me. I don't know why. He uses this terrible language and then he mutes me.
That's what
you don't hear me and he's using any of that fucking language.
Okay. You know what? I know this is hot. I want to hear somebody else's voice. Hey, call in. 770-87.
Are y'all scared? Are y'all scared of the Cardinal?
Call in.
I know you're scared looking at my co-host, looking at him
or his face.
Ugly ass. He doesn't have my profile. Look at me. Look at my. Oh my God. Woo! Every time I turn my head, another woman just came.
Mm-hmm. I hate that word too, Anna. It's horrible.
That's the kind of language that we use on this show.
No, that's the kind of language he uses.
And we endorse it.
That is why I have a button that's very appropriate for him. He's lucky I can't find it right now.
Damn button.
He's very
good.
He's very lucky I can't find that right now.
That's not the first time you look down and say I can't find it right.
Let's take a little break, man. Then refreshing. So we went from Raph and Nina to No More Sports to the Murder Hornets. Here is what we all showed up for. Here is what I think we're going to talk about. Here is a serious topic. And we're just going to go right into it. Ahmaud Arbery.
Let's get to it.
Ahmaud Arbery. Straight up purge style assassination. Assassinated driving through a residential neighborhood, and they have the nerve to try to have an excuse for this. To the point that they even taped the same people that did it, people taped it. And they sat around and laughed at it, had fun with it. Kind of like Menace, where they show, Kane breaking the liquor store over and over and over. And someone finally turned this in, and they still sat on it. It took the GBI to come in, and it really took us to do something about it. I'm going to read a quote that I saw a little earlier. Some of you probably already saw it. Always remember, they didn't make arrest because they saw the tape. They made arrest because we saw the tape. This hurt my heart, hurt my soul. And it happens all the time. Just the fact that you could kill a black man in broad daylight and walk off with it, and that's supposed to be cool? That's supposed to be okay? You'll try to mount some kind of ridiculous defense. Oh, he's a suspect. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. And we can't let this go. We can't let this go. You see his mama, it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart, man. I don't even know on that one. It just takes me back to that PE logo where it just showed a black man in the crosshairs, because that's roughly what it's been. And when this dude got elected, my wife was telling me back then, she's like, stuff is going to change. It's going to get more wide open. I'm arguing with her like, no, it's not. Blah, 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 blah. But reality, it is. I feel nothing. Our lives feel meaningless. And it don't seem like we have protection. I know I've been going on and on, man. Go ahead, say something, my dude.
The bottom line is I echo everything you just said. I mean, listen, man, when you have no regard for somebody, then you're going to treat them as such, and not just individually, as a people. And I'm sorry, I've been saying this for a long time, and nobody wants to own up. There's going to be a race war in this country. Now, I'm not saying this is going to spark it, but we keep seeing these things over and over and over and over. It's fucked up. But I mean, something's going to come to a head. Now, this whole Arbery thing, believe it or not, I guess that it's a father and son team in that nice family working together. The father, I guess, was an investigator with the DA's office.
Well, he's a former police. He was with that county. He was a police in that county. So that's why they want to do that. Check this out.
So the DA up there in Glenn County, a bunch of racist fucks.
Oh, he let it go.
The DA blocked it. The police tried to arrest these motherfuckers. They were trying to pursue the shit 2 months ago. Before the video came, they were trying to pursue it, and the DA wouldn't hear it. They kept blocking the shit.
Uh-huh.
That's why the GBI stepped in.
Man. They didn't do anything.
That's why they had to over.
It's like, okay, they call him the GBI here.
Jackie Johnson or some shit.
They'll call them the state police. The local folks still ain't done anything. The state police came in and did this. And because Georgia doesn't have a hate crime statute, it would be hard for the feds to come in and do it. So it's like the local folks still let this go. Do you realize they got a support group online for them, Justice for whatever their names are, with 74,000 members in it? 74,000 members to hunt down this brother that's jogging and kill him. And you know me and you, we got a lot of friends that are gun enthusiasts. I'm gonna just put it like that.
Yeah.
And their answer to this is, well, if he had a gun, he'd have been all right.
And that's a whole nother show. We need to talk about that next week.
That's some straight up. Yeah, we had to go there another. I don't agree. I'll just put it like that. How about you can just walk, live, breathe, Johnson? You don't have to have a gun looking over your shoulder all the time.
If he had a gun on him, he still would have got shot.
Oh, exactly.
He still would have got shot. It wouldn't have made a fucking bit of damn difference.
I understand that. But apparently,
you know what I mean?
If you're properly trained, apparently, that's your answer to everything. No, it ain't. And they got to understand, as black folks, the gun laws are different for us than other people. Apparently, some folks can walk up in a state capitol armed up, strapped with automatic weapons, and intimidate everybody in there. But other people can't even jog or walk, or like Philando Castile had his gun in the car, told dude, I'm carrying, I'm licensed, and they shot him anyway.
And they still lit him up.
They shot him anyway.
That was the one in Cincinnati, wasn't it?
Minneapolis won in places. And I want to put this up because this is absolutely right. We make this comment all the time. Because we were arguing about this with some other people, and I said, well, if he had a gun, I'm like, you don't want to jog with a gun, dude. How safe is that? Does that make sense? Can it drop and go off? Stupid. Can you hurt yourself?
That's just stupid.
You know, you get shot anyway. Folks act like, man, somebody get a drop on you, it's a wrap.
You know what? I will say this. Shout out to Anna M. Fraser and Dana and all the other people that I see that are contributing to the show tonight. And now there's some people who said they were going to call and you haven't done it. And I'm going to curse you and talk about you and call you. I believe Well, I believe in ridiculing the paying public. I'm not worried about that. Except Anna M. Fraser will never be ridiculed on this show because she came to see the Cardinal. She loves her Cardinal. Oh, wow. And no one loves you because you are an ugly, ugly man.
Yeah.
But no, man, in regards to this whole thing, man, we're going to have to really, I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for people, once again, to quote unquote come
you know what it's going to take.
To God. You know well, it's going to take more of these fucking ass whoopings.
I'm going to just
say murder hornets whipping ass. You got two dirty dog ass motherfuckers in Brunswick, Georgia that are murdering people.
All the protesting and whining and crying and twittering, there's going to have to be some action or at least some protection because it's not going to stop. We're not going to be respected until we respect ourselves enough to do our best to protect ourselves and our children. Yes, sir.
Well, the problem is your gun enthusiasts are going to say, well, we're trying to offer you the protection. Get you a gun. Get you an SK. Get you an AR.
It's more than that.
Well, that's what they're going to tell you.
More than that.
What would you say to them? What would you say to that? You say, well, we got to get protection. First thing they're going to say, I got my protection. They're going to talk about their 9
That's a whole other show.
You're against guns, and believe it or not, so am I. So what would you say to them?
I'm sorry, but what I say to gun people? Nothing.
What would you say to the gun enthusiasts?
They don't have an understanding of how this works. Dave Chappelle said it, this last special. You want to see gun control in this country? Every black person go out and get a gun. Them laws will change tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Them laws will change tomorrow. But right now, man, outgun. It's not about that. It's not like they rolling up in. Okay, 80% of us live in some kind of metropolitan area. It's not happening there. They're not rolling up in the cut doing all that. It's happening on the outside, trying to pick on people who are in powerless positions. Okay? And they're going to need some protection, man. They're going to need some protection, and they're going to have to fight back. One or the other. But the answer ain't just, let me take a gun everywhere I go, just live my life under siege. And some folks seem to believe they have a gun that's the answer to everything. It don't work like that. It just don't. Kevin Smith said this is so, Kev, it's so true. If he had a gun and won, he'd be under the jail right now. Imagine if he was dropping the killed them. He'd have to jump in that truck and keep going.
No, Kevin, actually, if he had a gun and won, they would have came out and took his ass in the woods of Brunswick, Georgia, somewhere and shot his ass.
He would have had to about him dead the next day. Drove to Canada.
But I understand what Kevin is saying.
I'm with you, Kev. He'd had to drive to freedom. He'd have to go to Canada, man. No way. No way. Katrina says it's going to take the same behaviors in return to send them. I agree with that. But I'm not saying go do it. So I had to throw that in there. I do want my job. I do want my job.
Don't worry. I'll give you your old job if you lose your job.
Yeah, you should call it.
It starts about 11:30 p.m. I'll send you out there about midnight. Go get my money.
But I mean, dude, that's
made more at you made more at your old job anyway.
That's everybody.
Actually, you didn't. You were a terrible hoe too.
Oh my God!
It's like what did she say?
You were like. This all stems back from him wanting to be a male dancer and just straight not making it. For those who remember Minjo's on 6 Mile. I mean, that was just his hangout, man. He was forever at Minjo's. Wanted to get in and dance. They just want to hire him. His boyfriend left him, the whole nine. So he's still dealing with some bitterness there. What's happening?
Only time I went to Minjo's was to pick you up.
I didn't mean to spill the beans. Sure, you're mad, dude. But it is what it is. All right. So, are we ready to move on? Oh, man, I'm sorry. We should start.
I'm ready to move my bowels.
Some long time for show listeners, Truckee and Sherelle. Y'all behind enemy lines right now. Sending shouting love to you all.
No, not them.
And also, we got to do this in remembrance of my boy and fellow Derriens. And yes, the Derriens are back. Yes, Saint. Yes, Dante, the Derriens are back. Our boy.
Why don't you tell the people about that fruit booty group that you run with called the Derriens? Why don't you talk about them?
Hold on, man. I got to give this tribute, man. Raise your cup, pour out some, man, for Pretty Sniff, man. Pretty Sniff is no longer with us. He's returned to the essence. But you're not going to respect the brother,
God. Really? Did a murder hornet bite him in the ass?
Really? Man, R.I.P. Pretty Sniff.
You all who don't know, he's a part of this group called the Derriens. They're a bunch of merry band of fairies, and I don't necessarily mean sexual orientation. I mean they literally dress up like Robin Hood, and they run around downtown Atlanta going,
What are you talking about, dude?
That's all they do. They run around and do that.
Rest in peace, Pretty Sniff. All right, my dude.
Thank God.
All right.
That's one down and about
in
12
like
more y'all to go.
But out like Flynn. Your president has released his boy who pled guilty to lying to investigators, who pled guilty to this. Got his attorney general in there, dropped the charges. This is unprecedented, has never happened. But Flynn will be going home. What do you have to say about that, man?
Well, he was always going to go home. Listen, man, Trump.
Not always.
Trump, oh yes, he was.
A pardon actually would have been
that
better.
Motherfucker was. He wasn't going nowhere.
I'm telling you,
Trump
let me ask you a
going
question
to
real quick.
take care of his people. What do you want to ask me?
My curiosity. What did he do?
What did who do?
What did Flynn do? Do you know?
I know exactly what he did. He tried to cover shit up for Trump. God damn it!
What?
He tried to cover some shit up for Trump.
What did he try to cover up?
He tried to cover that shit up.
What? You don't know what he did.
All I'm telling, listen.
I don't understand either,
the bottom line is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he did or what I think he did or what you did, and none of that matters. Okay. What matters is he was on Team Trump, and the motherfucker lost for about 5 seconds. But Trump said, "Just go do a little bit of sit off to the side. I got you."
Would you like to know what he did? Huh?
I know one thing, he's going to be doing it at home. He ain't got no more conjugal visits. I know he's going to be at home probably having sex with black prostitutes.
Okay. And
which means he'll be calling you up soon.
Where'd that come from? You know what? I'm going to just let Flynn.
Because that's what all of them do.
You sounding real ridiculous right now.
Shut up, nigger.
Thank you. Not only was he in Ukraine negotiating.
Oh, yeah, here's somebody who had time to Google something. Shut up, Kevin Smith.
You leave Kevin alone. Not only did he do that, he was on a double move with the Russians. He already was working for them and with them. He said, listen, don't worry about Obama kicking those agents out. We got you covered. As soon as we come in, you straight. Just chill.
That's what I said.
He's compromised as our national security advisor because he's just giving the Russians whatever they need to know. And speaking of Russians, this moves into our next topic. Russian doctors are showing up dead who happen to speak out against the coronavirus there. What you laughing about, man? Those are human lives.
Yeah, and so are you, so-called.
Okay.
I mean, what? Because I'm not shocked by any of this stuff.
Why?
So that's why I'm just laughing like this is business as usual.
Really?
They created this goddamn virus. Okay, number one. I didn't say it was a hoax. I said they created it. Okay, that's number Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Look him up.
Okay.
But they
But I know
created the
Wesley.
goddamn
Went to
virus.
school with Wesley.
They
I don't gotta look him up.
Oh, you didn't go to school with him.
Dude, he went to school with Christy, dude. He's from Ann Arbor. He went to Huron. You know Wesley. You just don't know you know him.
You should have. He does look familiar, but I mean, listen. The bottom line is this, man. What you need to understand, my friend, is that nothing should surprise you. This all goes back to the cleanup. Okay, murder hornets, clean the people up, bring them back together.
Does he know? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna let him be. Yes.
You keep muting me. And see, the thing is, the people can't see the mute button.
What are you talking about?
So they think I just stopped talking.
You
like
do.
I'm crazy.
Ever so often
you know, everybody, it's got to come home to God. And that's what all this comes. That's why I'm a Cardinal. Everybody comes home to God one way or another. We're living in the last days, okay?
Really?
You see the weather is
People
all
have been saying that for forever.
Was it not 84 degrees the other day? And then last night, did it not go down to 39? Just answer me. Did it not go down to 30? Did you not have to turn the heat on?
No.
Okay. Now that's because you're musty like a raging stank ass bull.
Haven't you had that wrong since the last show? You wear that last week.
I haven't taken it off since.
Yeah.
I wear it to work. Everywhere I go, the Cardinal. See, that's the thing about the Cardinal. The Cardinal stays himself. You, sir, change with the wind. Not the wind that blows that's created by God, but the wind that emits from your stank ass.
Okay, man.
And that wind is fizzle.
Mm-hmm.
So listen to what I'm telling you, man. I'm just saying that we got all this going at the same time. Coronavirus, murder hornets, police brutality, racism, all at the same fucking time, man. Sports shut
all
down.
that's been going on at the same time. That's not new.
That's all people want to do is talk. Look at it. Look at what Cookie just said. Snowed here for about 10 minutes. You see? God is not playing.
Okay.
He's going to let it get hot for a minute, open your pores up, drop some snow in it, and then let you fool around and get sick. And that stuff that's floating. They got a new an addendum to the coronavirus. A 5-year-old boy in New York died from that potential new strain of coronavirus that's killing kids. They're calling what are you calling it?
That's
pediatric pandemic or something.
It just mutated.
I mean, yeah, it mutated in somebody's goddamn lab.
Okay.
If you don't think that they created this goddamn thing and nobody has any answers for it or anything like, I'm sorry. And meanwhile, they having press conferences where you got people sitting up here saying, "Oh, don't worry, everybody's been vaccinated here." And let's not forget that. Mm-hmm. Do you think they said that by mistake?
Who would they be?
This shit is all fixed. Those damn reporters, you saw the press conference. Go look on my goddamn page and scroll down and look at it. I posted it up. And I had Wesley, Dr.
I'd rather not. Okay? I can't roll with the conspiracy theory, so I'm sorry, man. Just can't. I'm not saying I'm going for the okie dog what they're saying, but I'm just saying I'm not trying to hear all that, man. You've been kicking conspiracy theories to me for 30 years. Remember how we weren't even supposed to get to the year 2000? Remember that? All the different things are supposed to kill us at different times. You had something that's going to wipe out humanity since 86, dude. It's always something new.
Okay, well, look, I may have been a little late with it, but it's here.
Are you happy?
No, I'm not happy. Actually, I am because, everybody is going to end up coming home to God. I don't want to see anybody die. But
clearly you do.
This is going to bring. No, I don't want to.
You rather see people die. You could say you're right. Come on, dude.
No, I don't know. That's not. I know I'm right. I've been right. I'll stay right. I'm a fucking cardinal. I live to be right. I am righteous. I
You're
am
effing
on the
cardinal.
only right I'm not is Republican right. I don't fuck with that, and I don't fuck with the left either. We're gonna talk about that too.
That's
People
not.
are asematic. I'm apolitical. I don't give a fuck with that. Y'all kiss
You
my
are
ass with
good.
that shit.
What you
Left,
are on?
right,
You know who
in the
you
middle.
act a lot like. Have you seen Joker yet?
I have seen Joker. That movie was dope. And
It was a
Joaquin
great
Phoenix
movie,
is
but
dope.
you're a lot like him. What's his name?
Well,
The
you know what? I
Joker.
do have the powers of the Joker,
Uh-huh.
as you will soon see, demon.
Okay.
I'm casting out all devils, starting with you.
Moving and grooving. You have, and this is one of your topics and yours alone. Big Gretch, Cardinals attack on slaves. Take it away.
Yeah, yeah. I want to say something to all my wonderful people up in Detroit. I know that the Rona has really hit hard up in Detroit. These people out in Atlanta don't give a fuck about nothing. They just walk around thinking they're disease free. This place is going to be Detroit, New York Part 2 in a minute
Okay.
because these bastards don't care. Okay, it's coming here, believe me. But you all, I'm gonna tell you something. It don't take much to get the slaves going. We're always looking for a savior, but y'all looking for the wrong one. I mean, you sit up and you praise this woman, this governor, this Gretchen Whitmer. You praise her. If you want to thank her for her politics and all of the stay-at-home things that she's doing, okay, fine. But you got GMAC making songs. You got you motherfuckers posting memes about her, calling her Big Gretch on the goddamn thing. Now y'all just
One
bought her
dude.
some fucking glasses. I mean, I am sick. Yeah, but
Got
it's
some
no, it's
party.
not
You
just
got some
one
boss.
dude. It's a whole. He made the song, and all the rest of them are following like goddamn Pied Pipers. Okay, I need my people in Detroit to calm the fuck down. She's a politician. Remember, she is suing the Detroit public schools where a lot of you dumb motherfuckers went and where I taught. So let's not sit up and think that she's just God's gift or whatever. Okay? That bitch don't give a fuck about y'all at all. And y'all got on a big Gretch. I stand with Gretch. I mean, oh, but then motherfuckers, when she
Dude.
extended that shit to Memorial Day,
I
she
mean,
extended that shit. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute, check this out. She extended that shit to Memorial Day. A lot of them memes changed. Oh, wait. I can't go out and drink.
can I say
I
something real
can't
quick, man?
go and barbecue. I wish she
This is
wouldn't.
sad because this is a Cardinal X statement, but in all honesty, she done stood taller for black folks than Obama did.
I don't give a. Listen, you
And I
know
like
I don't like
Obama,
no
but
politician.
she stood taller
You know
for black folks
I
than
don't
Obama.
give a fuck.
And that's a shame, man. Because I can a number of people Obama stood tall for, but honestly, ain't ever stood tall for me, ever. And by staying tall, I don't mean give me a hookup. I mean just get up
You
and say
won't.
something. So I on the
You will not
real,
get
I
an
really don't
argument
have
out
a
of me.
problem with her
I am
because
not.
her actions have helped people, man. Her actions have helped black people unabashedly. Now, is she perfect? Nope. Is she a savior? Nope. Am I jumping on her trying to defend her? Nope. But in this case, I mean, hey, look at our governor. Oops, my bad. My bad, my dude. There you go. You good?
You did that on purpose, and you
No, I
kept me
really
on
did.
mute all that goddamn. I wasn't gonna
I
interrupt your
really
ignorant ass. I know you love
did. I
white
really
women,
did.
and that's the whole
I
reason
really do.
behind that. But I mean,
Oh.
and that's fine if that's your choice, if that's what you like, and that's another
I'm not
thing.
saying that.
I've seen
I'm
people
just
talking
saying
about,
I'm gonna
man,
recognize when you
shoot.
stand up for folks, man. There are my people there, man. Somebody got to
Okay,
stand
well,
tall.
listen, this is what I'm gonna say.
This
Well,
dude,
that's
that.
fine. When Memorial Day, I don't care about Obama. I don't like any politician, none of them. I think they're all full of shit. Okay,
Okay,
including him. Okay,
I don't.
but
Straight.
all of them are full of shit. But the bottom line is this: all I know is that all my drunken comrades up in Detroit got real fucking iffy about your girl, Big Gretch, when she extended that shit through May, which means the barbecues that y'all wanted to do on Memorial Day, it ain't happening, okay? Because you can't have no more than 4 or 5 people over, or you're going to be in violation and you're going to get $1,000. Meanwhile, down here in Georgia, back at the ranch with old Big Daddy Massa Kemp, we can run around here and get all kinds of motherfucking Rona. But hey, I guess we're free to do it. But I'm not on his dick either, like y'all on Gretch's dick. And it makes me sick, and I'm tired of y'all jumping off to the next goddamn thing. Okay?
I don't agree with most of what he has to say, but I will defend his right to say it. He does have that right. But when he goes off on rants sometimes he just needs to kind of, just chill out a little bit, man. Hey, Cardinal. How are you, sir?
Sir, you are the hair on a crab's dick. And I don't mean the seafood one either. I mean the ones that you just look down.
Your posts kind of seem to have a common thread. So we're going to get into the last one because we're going to kind of wrap it up here. You have 2020, the weak shall perish. 2020, the weak shall perish. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I hate to be repetitive. I've been kind of leading every comment I said tonight. It comes back to this, God is cleaning up, and a lot of the weak people here are just not going to be able to make it.
So you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it, folks, including seniors who have passed from this. They're weak. Is that it?
I'm not saying that.
I want you to clarify this. I didn't think that's what you were saying, but I want you to clear it up.
No, I'm gonna clear it up if you shut what they call the fuck up. But I mean, the bottom line is this, man. Look, when I say the weak shall perish, I'm not just talking about the physically weak, and I'm not just talking about people who get sick. I'm talking about the mentally weak, the people who think that everything is okay. They don't want to see things for what it is. I listen to enough sports talk where 99% of the people who either host these shows or call in, they say, well, we're going to have some sports back in about a month or two. It's just, we got to ride this out. No, 2020 is fucking people up right now. You ain't going to ride out nothing. Okay? This shit is going to last for the rest of this fucking year. Okay? I'm sorry, the Cardinal spoke. You better hope it don't go to 2021.
Oh, it is.
And not just sports, but I'm talking about you going back to school. Okay? Think about in August when y'all supposed to go back to school, or September back in up north when y'all supposed to go back. Do you really think that y'all about to go back up to class where this thing is supposed to have an uptick in the fall?
Yeah.
Talk about the Rona?
Because the way school goes is going to change.
You're not going nowhere. What you going to do? See, the problem.
That's already changed, dude. We talked about this already. They're going to have smaller classes. Smaller classes. They're going to have masks and gloves. They're going to kill all sports. They may go on alternate days. They're going to have some online learning. It can't go back because they can't keep these kids at home and tell themselves jumpstarting the economy. It can't happen. So if they had to be sacrificed, that's what they're going to do. I'm not saying I agree with that, but that's what's going to happen. They're going back to school, my dude. It's just going to happen.
They are, and you know the sacrifice is going to be?
They're
going to cut half the teaching staff, because if you think that they're going to have 10 kids in a class, what are you talking about? If they have 25 kids in a classroom right now.
I'm going to calm you down. They won't have lunch in the cafeteria. Lunch is going to be at their desks. They may go on alternating days. So some may go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Some may go Tuesday, Thursday. They'll flip that around. They already talked about this, man. Services provided are going to be different. They got to hire more. Also, you're going to get a lot of people leaving because a lot of teachers are older and have pre-existing conditions. So there's going to be a lot of flux for the next couple of years with school. That's just going to happen. Yes. Cool. All right.
Everything you just said is wrong.
Dude, that's all printed. Okay. That's my job, man. I'm telling you this already. I'm not making that up. I'll throw you the
Your
link.
job is to make sure that the Cardinal has a decent mic system for this show. That's your job. Anything else you do after that, sir, is your goddamn business.
Okay. All right, y'all. Hey, it's been big fun.
Look at what Katrina Calbreth Payne said. I believe so, Cardinal.
It's not
There are
Calvary.
some who've
It's Calvary, dude.
already
Say the
been
name
told
right.
that they're cutting.
Okay. Check this out, y'all. Big show next week. We need you all to watch BAF episode 5. BAF episode 5. This is going to be about how that one
Thanks, Train. I
episode
appreciate you.
changed humanity.
Shout out to Hannah. She stuck with us. Shout out to that moron Kevin Smith. Shout out to Dana. Shout out to Tori. Those are the names I saw. Shout out to Ed Reed. He left about an hour ago.
An hour ago.
But no shout outs to my raggedy ass, no good co-host. You all see what I have to deal with every week? See, a lot of y'all think I'm lip syncing and stuff. He hits the mute button, and then I'm still.
We love you too, Anna.
Doing like this. Okay.
We love you too.
Usually the only time I go blah, 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 is when.
Oh, I'm not about to let him say that. He's a vulgar, crass man. But no. Next show, next Friday, the 15th, we're going to start off with how BAF episode 5 changed the world. If you haven't seen it, go to Netflix, check it out. We enjoy you too, Tana. Go check it out so we can talk about this. Because I know it's going to be a little arguing on this. For some who don't like BAF, it's by the dude Kenya Bears, the one that made Blackish, Grownish, Mixedish, all the issues. Thus that. But BAF is more him,
what's the name of it?
his life, his family. BAF stands for
What's the name of it?
Black as F. I'm not going to say that. I don't use those words on the radio, my dude. But check
I haven't watched it yet. I've seen the previews. I'll watch it, and until I watch it, I tell you what I should watch.
Well, it's becoming slavery.
There's 4 seasons. Have you watched Money Heist?
We ain't gonna talk about that. We talking about BAF, dude. All right, so we about to roll. So I'm gonna let him go with his catchphrase because this is his jingle for those who don't know. Run it, my dude. We out of here. What do you say?
My co-host is a fucking stank bastard. Strike a pose, bitch.
Thank you very much. Peace, y'all. See you later. And thank you. Get that line up right there. Yeah.